This morning we're up in the landscape yard, and it's that time of year. I've registered my company trucks and all that last month. I normally register my trailers when I need them, and I need them starting Monday, so we're going to register all these. What I've made a decision on, though, I don't do a lot of lawn care anymore. I have one commercial site I kept, maybe two. There's another one I might do, but I got one that's a good size one. I still do mowing once in a while. Like I said, someone will call up and want something cleaned up for a wedding or whatever, but I really don't do the mowing end. I've been trying to get out of it for the last few years. I don't want to say I don't do mowing. You'll still see a video now and then where I'm going to mow something. These two utility trailers, I actually took in trade on parts of jobs that I did. But I've decided this morning, I'm getting ready to register. I think I'm going to I'm going to put this one for sale, that one for sale. And I believe I'm going to sell the small dump trailer. And what I'm going to do is Load Trail makes a small version. I'm either going to go, I think, with a 5x10 or a 6x10 dump trailer with ramps, so the little bit I move my mowing equipment around, or even if I'm moving a small BX tractor, I think I'm going to get myself so I'm down to 3 registrations and 3 trailers. This dump trailer I bought before things went crazy. What I bought this for, I believe I can sell it for right now and get all my money back. So I think as a business thing and value of it, it's the time to make it go away. I do think the trailer prices are on their way down compared to what they were through COVID. But I think I can sell these trailers and, for the most part, get my money back out of them. Maybe all my money, to be honest with you, between the 3 of them. I think I'll have more than enough money to go buy a brand new Load Trail dump trailer that I want to get. And I'll be down to 3 trailers, and I like the idea that they're all going to be dumps. The day I bought this, I thought that's what I wanted. The thing I don't like about this trailer is there's no down. It's power up and just gravity down, which some of the stuff I do with it, it's kind of dangerous how quick it comes down. So I've been wanting to get I think I'm just at that age where I may not even need 3 dump trailers, but I'm like, I think getting a smaller dump trailer that's more of a utility type thing with the ramps, like this doesn't have the pull out ramps. It has it only has the one-way gate, which isn't a real good system. Price point, these sell, this is selling for $3,500 more now than I paid for this. I believe this is a 2020 or 2021, a 2021, I believe. And I just mentioned to a few people I might be selling them, and I've already got some people calling. I think this one, if I want to sell it, it's going away today. Someone wants this one. This is a Big Tex, nice trailer. But I was doing work for somebody that worked for a motorsports place, which they had connections on getting these. Like I said, I got into them reasonable because of that. That one there, the guy bought, and it was too big for the vehicle he was pulling it with. And then this one here, I believe he bought a side-by-side or 2 sides. There was a reason he didn't want to keep it, so I ended up making a deal on this one. And again, for what I got into them, I think I'm going to be able to sell them, so, and get out of them and get my money back. So business-wise, that ain't a bad idea neither. And it will give me more than enough money to go buy the trailer that I actually want. So I just thought I'd do a quick video on it. I'm trying to tape everything I do for my YouTube channel. I did take one of the toolboxes off this one, and I'm going to take the toolboxes off this morning. This one here was my primary mowing trailer. So I used to have an enclosed trailer, and again, I had a chance to sell that. Can't remember the deal I got into that enclosed trailer, but the day I sold it for what I had paid for it like 8 or 10 years before that. The trailer market went crazy because of COVID. I think it's going to come back down to earth at this point, to be honest with you. I think the Load Trail prices went crazy, and the trailer I'm talking about getting is, I believe, $2,000 less today than it was during the COVID bullcrap. So I think there's a lot of trailers sitting around. The used trailer market still seems to be pretty good. I talked to a guy that does a little bit as a side gig. He buys stuff off Marketplace and relist it, and he said trailers are one of the things he can normally buy, bring home, clean up, and make a little bit of money on. So I think if I list these, they're going to go quick. Just at trailer place looking at trailers today. I figured I'd take a couple shots and tape what I'm looking at. This Diamond C is something I'm giving some thought to. This place had load trails that I was going to look at, but I guess he only had them during COVID and doesn't have them anymore. But money wise, the Diamond C, I like the trailers. They're somewhat heavy made. I think they're sometimes too heavy made because it downs the payload you can haul. But for what I'm looking to replace my utility trailers, I'm thinking this might be one I'm interested in. I actually think that'd be a good firewood trailer too, and it would also be an easy one to make into a chip box. But this is the one I'm probably going to be interested in, hoping that that's not the only one. I'm not quite ready to pull the trigger on, but trailers are a weird thing, because a week ago we had 3 load trails and they've sold. But I'll give you an idea. They sell TYM tractors and all kinds of trailers here. But that's the one I'm going to see if I can get the information on. I actually like how it has the mesh racks, but I like the idea how the gates, it's a 3-way gate. I don't believe this comes with the pull-out ramps, but I got ramps from my other trailers, so if I need to haul my lawn equipment, I can throw it in here. It's got the D-rings in it, but this is the one I just figured I'd take a shot what it is. Another view of this place. Probably the biggest trailer place I've ever been to. They carry quite a few different brands. These are getting more popular in my area, but they're pricey. The galvanized does make sense in New England though, so if you're running it in the winter, the salt. I don't run my trailers in the winter, so I don't really care about that, but I understand why people choose these. Alright, this is one of the trailers I'm going to be selling, so I'm trying to get my name off of it. Some people may not care, but I don't ever want my name on a trailer once I don't own it. I used a heat gun and then just buffed it out with some compound. It's coming off pretty hard, to be honest with you. These are good trailers for the price point. I'm just at that point. I want power up, power down. This is just power up, gravity down. Me and my wife are both concerned now. The grandkids are around the landscape yard once in a while, and it's just a dangerous thing because these have power. There was no shut off, so kids get playing around. Plus last year I had a little bit of a call with it. I had wood in it and went to let it back down, and it had some pretty good weight in it. It blew my mind how fast that thing smashed down. But I just don't want it. I put this up for sale and 2 of my utility trailers. One of them's already gone. I got a guy that wants to look at this tomorrow. I'm pretty sure he's going to take it. So if that's the case, I wanted my stuff off from it, so I figured I better do it today even though it's raining. So I just got to get this one off. I just figured I'd take a shot what we're doing and why we're doing it. Between the 3 of them, I might even make a few bucks, and it's going to give me more than I need to go get the other dump trailer with the pull-out ramps. I already have dump trailers. I know people are going to say that, but I want to get a smaller one. I want like a 6x10 or a 5x10 to do the little bit of lawn care stuff I do. I want to do with that trailer and have the pull-out ramps. Another thing we do with these is when we put bark mulch in them, we'll dump them up to get it to slide to the back where you can work with it a little bit better. I just don't like the idea how this can come crashing down, and business wise it makes sense to get rid of it while I'm getting all my money back out of it. The day I went to get it, it was a good deal, so I got it. It worked out. I mean, I used it for 4 years, and well, basically 3 summers, and if I can get all my money back out of it, it's going. And I think it's going to clean up real good, and I'll go get the one I want. I'd like to get another load trail, but to me, there are some other brands out there. I'm going to do the video. That will be part of this video. There's a couple other brands I would think about getting, and they're quite a bit less money. Most of the trailer companies went wacky during COVID because everybody and their brother thought they wanted a little tractor and a dump trailer. I noticed some of the other brands, the prices are coming down to earth. Load Trail hasn't seemed to adjust that yet. The other brand I might get, I got it, it will be in this video, and the day I buy it, I'll probably do a video. All right, we're gonna get back to it. I just want to take a shot. Both the utility trailers are gone, and I believe someone's coming right now to take this. And if this goes today for what I think it's going to go, I've done real well money-wise. I actually, I've made money on all 3 trailers. So I'm going to take that as a good investment. And we'll see what I replace it with. Probably this week. I'm probably not going to mess around. I'm going to go right out. I don't know. Originally, I wanted to get a small load trail so that all 3 of my dumps are load trails, but load trail prices haven't come down with everybody else's, and there are other trailers. I don't believe they're as good as load trail, but one of them's like $2,000 less, and I think for what I'm going to do with it, it's just going to be my light duty. If I got to bring a couple yards of bark mulch somewhere. I love these big trailers, but these are difficult to get in some of the places I go. That one's 12 feet long. It's 14. This one's 16. So I want to get another 10. And this is a 6x10. I might even go with a 5x10. And we'll see what we get. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be gone probably within the next hour. Pretty much the first person that looked at every one of the trailers took it. So, and really didn't try to beat me up too bad on the price. I just figured I'd take a shot before it disappeared. Sold my dump trailer yesterday. Today we went, I've gone to 2 different trailer places. And I went to one of them in New Hampshire. We have it's probably the biggest trailer place I've ever gone to. They have 1,400 trailers in stock. So I went there today to buy another brand, I'm not going to lie to you. And I like my load trail stuff, and I looked at a load trail. Load trail prices have just gone wacky and stayed there, so I couldn't get myself to pull the trigger on one. Market's starting to come out a little bit. Through COVID, it was crazy. They were marking them up. Prices went crazy. A lot of the brands have come down $1,000 to $2,400, I've noticed just by looking at them. Because I've known for like a year I was going to probably somewhat get out of the mowing end of it. Enough to where I didn't want 2 utility trailers around. And that dump trailer only had power up. It didn't have power down, and I just felt it was dangerous. Also got grandkids that are running around up here once in a while, and I don't like a trailer that was only power up. And when I say it didn't have power down, when you hit that and it released, it came down hard. I mean, when you got a load on, you go up, and then when you hit it down, it just opens the valve, and that's, as far as I'm concerned, it's not safe. Even if there was water in it or something, it would crash down, and I never liked it. The day I bought it, it was just something I let slip. It was price point I was looking at, and I don't want to say nothing bad about it because it is what it is, but I know the place I went to today, like I said, they have 1,400 trailers in stock, and they didn't have one trailer there that wasn't power up, power down. The only ones that are power up and bleed out down are the ones that have the cylinder in the front, telescopic cylinder, which when they release slow. The trailer I was looking at was going to be a telescopic front piston, and I had no issues with that. The only complaint you're ever going to see on those is that they're slow. They're the probably most powerful you ever get. You don't have to worry about loading your trailer too far forward. Like a lot of the ones with the scissor lifts under them, you got to worry about if you put the load too far in front of the scissor lift. They wouldn't dump it years ago. All my load trails, I mean, you can put all you want in these trailers. 14,000 GVW. I've never put anything in those that wouldn't dump. I think it would actually rip itself apart trying to dump it. But I have had trailers in the past where you had to be careful how far forward you loaded them. I basically wanted to also get away from that single cylinder being in the middle. And I went there today looking for a 7,000 pound just light duty trailer, something that's shorter than those. These other trailers are nice when you need them, but when you're doing something small, like you just got to bring your BX somewhere with like a yard of loom to go plant a tree or something like that. Getting into some of the places I had to get into, that 14 and 16 footer is a little tricky. So I went down to get a 10 footer today, and while this is where the trailer market still is in New Hampshire. While I was there, there was one sold when I got there, had a sold marker on it. While I was there looking, I was really trying to give it, like I said, I do my homework. thought I did my homework by looking at stuff online, and when you go look at these trailers, you can see, well, this one's built better than it looks like in the pictures, and the one that looked good isn't it built as well. So when I got there, again, online, I didn't like what I was seeing with the Griffin, but it must have been older videos I was watching. When I got down here today, this Griffin trailer to me is, for what I'm going to do with it, it's going to be fine. This is going to be one that I can put flowers in the back and stuff like that. We go do a small bark mulch job or bring in one tree and you got to bring the little BX tractor or something. I wanted to get something with D-rings in it. This has the D-rings. It even has one in the front, which a lot of trailers don't have. I guess they put that one there, so if you got to winch something on. But this does come with the ramps. It's a little bit more than I wanted to spend. I was hoping to just go replace something with what I got out of those three, go get another dump trailer. This ended up costing me $125 more than I had sold the other trailers for. But anyways, I ended up paying about 125 bucks out of pocket on top of that to get this Griffin. And again, I was going down to get a 7,000 pound. Once I got down there, this has a little bit bigger tire on it, 6-lug wheel instead of 5-lug wheel. This is a 10,000 GVW. And I'll put it up right now and show you another thing. I was trying to get I don't mind the scissor lift. A lot of guys would rather have the telescopic piston, and I had no problem with it neither. I've never had one yet, but I've never heard nothing bad. That's how most of your triaxles and 10-wheelers, that's how them dump, is off this front telescopic piston. So I originally went down there to look at 2 different brands that were the telescopic type piston in the front. After I got down there, I didn't like some of the other features of the trailer, so I got looking at these Griffins. Put it up. This is still a cylinder system underneath, but it's a dual cylinder. And like I said, I went down there and I was going to buy a 10-footer, because originally I was going to do a 5x10 because I'm trying to sneak in. I wanted something a little bit smaller. Then I was looking at a 6x10 Griffin. While I was there, both the other trailers sold. Me and my wife went and grabbed a bite to eat to think about what we did before we're going to do before we spent the money. When we come back, the other 2 10-foot Griffins were already sold. I couldn't believe it. So the guy he met me halfway. This was basically $400 more because it's a 12-foot 10,000 GVW. And he basically said, I think it was like $400 more, and he said, I'm going to charge you $175 more, and I'll give you the 12-footer because you know, we've been working with you for an hour or so. And they didn't know when they were going to get another 10-footer, and they checked 6 other sites they have, and the 10-footers were all sold. So this is what I ended up with, a Griffin 6x12 10,000 pound GVW trailer, which means I think I can actually haul like 5,400 pounds in it once you deduct the weight of the trailer. I'm pretty happy with the way the trailer is built. I like the dual cylinder versus the single in the center. There was actually quite a few of these Griffins there, but they were all pre-sold. They were called for. This place, I guess, it's like I said, I'm in New Hampshire, but people are coming from pretty far away to buy trailers from them, so they're pricing them. They're a volume dealer. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to come right out and say, I even told the salesman I was dealing with, and then the finance guy asked me how my experience was, because this was the second trailer I bought from him, because I bought the rice from the same company. And I said, you guys it's like a rat race, and I hate that type of business, but I understand they're making their money by volume, being a volume dealer. In other words, their markup, these Griffin trailers, that same trailer from other dealers, I've seen as high as $1,800 more than I paid, depending on where you buy it. And the load trails were the same way. It's nothing to see a load trail $1,800 more at one place than another for the same exact trailer in the state of New Hampshire. I'm a pretty hardcore. I've had good luck with the load trails I've had over the years. I still think they're one of the better brands, and they're built, you know, rugged. They're a happy medium too, because like I said, I did look at another trailer. The other option that I was going to go if I didn't buy this Griffin was a Diamond C, and the Diamond C is built like a brick house, to put it bluntly. But the problem I have with that is because the trailer weighs so much more, you can't haul as much in it because it takes away from the payload, because it is built with I-beam and all that. So like I said, when I buy a trailer, I'm more worried about what I can haul in it. And I don't mean that in a way where I'd buy a piece of crap flimsy trailer. This trailer is not flimsy. It's for what I'm going to do with this too. I'm not going to haul massive weight in it. You're probably going to see my stump grinder. I got to walk behind stump grinder. I'm going to probably haul in that. I'm going to haul a little BX tractor when I have to. Stuff like that. If I got to go get lumber for a deck. I was just looking for something a little bit smaller than dragging that 14 or 16 foot trailer around. And if I have to haul my mowing equipment, I can haul it in there. I can throw the zero turn and we'll fit in there, no problem. But I just thought I'd take a shot. This is what we ended up with. The guy that was in the yard there putting trailers together and stuff like that has a relative that has the 10-foot version of this, and he said it's about the same speed whether it's loaded or unloaded, so he just let me know that when he see me looking at them. Another thing I found even in this price point is a lot of them didn't have a decent gate on them. This one here seems to be a pretty solid gate. Some of all the load trails I got, this D-ring is down here where it's always full of crap. Like when you dump bark mulch or gravel out, you always get stuff stuck around them. I kind of do like the idea that that's on the side. That's actually going to work out good when I'm hauling my stump grinder around, which that's probably the first thing this is going to do. First of next week, I'm going to be doing quite a bit of stump grinding. And I also don't mind that one being in the center. So I'm going to probably have that in here for 2 or 3 days, moving it to a couple different sites. But I just thought I'd take a shot, and I'll probably do another video on this in like a year, tell you what I think of it, good or bad. I'm not seeing anything. I mean, like I said, I really looked at the welds. I really like knowing what I'm buying. I've had good luck for the most part. Everything I buy, I try to do a little bit of homework on. Griffin, I guess, has been out there for a long time. Like I said, it wasn't a brand I was planning on looking at over there. And then when I got there, I actually liked the way this was built. And a lot of guys will question, oh, you know, you want to look for this. The problem is, you can spend all you want on a trailer. It's like buying a vehicle and just keep putting options to it. The more you buy, to get the top kit for it today, it was going to be another $275. For what I'm going to do with this trailer, it is a dump trailer, but I think I'm going to haul firewood in it, which I'm not too concerned about covering when I deliver it. If I put bark mulch in this, it's probably going to be like a yard in the front of it, and then maybe like a yard of loom. So I'm not going to, it's not even going to be out where I'm not too concerned about covering the load. And that's why I want this trailer. So basically, it's going to be my utility type trailer, even though it's a dump. I just like the idea of, I told my wife, I said, I want everything to be dump trailers, because so many jobs you go on and the plan is to go do something simple, and while you're there, they're like, well, why are you here with a tractor? Can you do this, this, and this? And a lot of times you're stuck running back and either grabbing a dump trailer or your dump truck, because they'll have you do extras while you're there and you need to get rid of material. And again, I was originally going to do a 5x10 just because I wanted a smaller trailer, but like, I think it would have been a tight fit with a zero turn. And I got thinking about it after. Even my little BX, I believe the mowing deck, the outside part of that mowing deck, I believe is a true 5 feet. So I think it would have barely fit in a 5-footer. So going with the 6-footer probably isn't a bad idea. And it still seems like, I just towed it home from Loudon, New Hampshire to Wakefield, and you can't even tell it's there. Where these here, you know that's behind you because of the weight of it, and you know, the length. Little things on it too. It's got the steps on both sides. I think I will put some of that sticky, you know, tread gripper stuff on it. Today's a good example. You step on it when it's wet, you're probably gonna take a ride. To me, I looked at this, the welds seem decent. It looks like it's put together fairly good. There's little things, and like I said, this cost me a little bit more than what I sold the other trailers for, and the expense that it went over the $125 was because I wanted a spare tire, because this is the only trailer I got that's got a 6-lug wheel. So I want to show is it did have the adjustable coupler, which I thought was kind of cool, 2 5/16 ball, which is the same as all my other stuff. It's got a little bit better jack on it than some of them had. You can pull the pin and drop that down. Some of them didn't have that option, and they were the old, just crank style. where you had to wind it all the way up in, where this one here you can pull a pin and put the jack up in. It's a little bit better jack. It's not like the heavy like these. That's what I would have preferred on it. This is a little heavier than I probably needed, but just the more you look at it, the more I liked it. All right, so we're gonna call this video here. I'm trying to tape everything I do. A lot of people are interested for whatever reason. It's like, hey, what do you do? This is a rainy day, but it rained hard enough today, so I weren't gonna be working in it. So that was a good day to go over and try to find that. I just thought I'd do a video on it. People always ask me, what do you do? And this is just part of it. It's part of the business, to be honest with you. Business wise, I think I was smart to get rid of those other 3 trailers while I was making a buck on them. And I feel I bought this for a pretty good price. I don't even know if I'll ever buy another. As much as I like Load Trail trailers, I don't know if I'll ever buy another one unless they adjust. This trail place I went to today, I want to say carries maybe 15 or 16 different brands. They're a big trailer place. And he even said some of them, trailers have come down from $1,400 to $2,400 in price after that COVID craze went through. To buy a 5x10 trailer that I was looking at through Load Trail was probably going to cost me, for a 5x10 was going to cost me $1,500 or $1,800 more than this 6x12 did. It's crazy. I really did like it. It matches my bigger trailers. It was just smaller. But other than that, it was built the same. But I'm not, basically I was going to be given probably $9,100 for a 5x10 7,000 pound trailer, dump trailer. I just couldn't get myself to do it. It's not smart business. I mean, this is going to do what I got to do. It's a little bit bigger than I wanted to get, but dollars and cents wise, this made sense. So again, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe.